I'm walking barefoot from LA to New York, raising awareness and funds for men's mental health, pushing my body and mind to its absolute limits. This is what I've walked in the last 9 days, and this is what I still have to smash.
Good morning.
Good morning. You just say morning, leave the good out of it.
It's just morning.
Yeah. Oh, the last couple of weeks have been absolutely hectic. Yeah. Oh, let me walk you through it. Yeah, walking, you get it. The team decided to do a challenge to feel my pain, so whoever could walk barefoot the longest with me on a day. Koen started.
Let's go, good. Good. It's a bit pain. It's good. Okay.
And for someone who never walked barefoot before, he actually did really well. First bit was okay, and then we hit the mountains and we just had to go up and up and up and up. And that was the day. But yeah, amazing effort, you know, really good day. I was surprised. Tim was up next. You know, Tim was the silent force. So I kind of had this feeling about him. He was gonna have a battle.
It's a bit on the feet. I miss the sand.
Where I was having an absolute blast, but then we hit this bits where, well, these very spiky things from like the dry plants surrounding it were in the sand. It was like a minefield, and it hurt so much when you step into it. So that's where his misery started.
I'm so done. The last mile, the feet really hurt.
He could barely take a step, but I think it was very admirable that he kept pushing on. I saw in his mind, he was thinking about quitting lots of times, but every time he said, no, I'm gonna finish this whole day.
Are you happy that you did it?
I'm happy that I did it, but I don't know how. I have to clean my feet and disinfect it.
Yeah?
It will hurt as well.
But he did it, so respect for sure. So after Tim's extreme hike, we went to the Walmart, and Walmart has this, you know, thing you can park on their massive parking lots, and you can use the toilet. So sweet, camping spot. But more people do that. And one of our neighbors was called Warren. And I say neighbor because he was living inside his U-Haul, which is like a rental truck to move your furniture. I think he was very brave. He wasn't scared of showing his emotions. He just, you know, said it as it was. Yeah, we just built up like this really cool connection with our neighbor.
I'm in a tough situation at the moment, just making the best of it. I'm glad I met these beautiful people. Like, I really don't have anyone out here. It sucks, life's a struggle, but you meet beautiful people, you meet good people, and it's nice. These aren't tears of sadness, they are, but they're also tears of joy. I think the biggest part for me is it's the loneliness. I miss having people around to talk to and just to bullshit with, or sit back and not say anything and just watch TV or a video, or just sit around. Just to have company around is nice. People are people. You're real.
Yeah, exactly.
People got feelings. It's okay to cry. Shit. Don't bottle up. That's the biggest thing. Don't bottle up. You gotta talk and just vent, even if it is to your pets. Talking and having someone there is, I think, one of the most important things for people that are struggling with any kind of mental health, depression, anything.
Yeah, something that Warren taught me is we're all a people person. We only feel that love. And I think it just showed the importance of just love. And love can just be talking and having a listening ear. That's what he said as well. For me just to be able to vent and you guys just to listen, that's all I needed for me to feel better. So that's like, it's in those simple things. So the next day it was Middel's turn to join in on the challenge. And we had an extraordinary start because after about 500 meters into our walk that morning, we walked past this little bus stop, and there was a guy standing there, and he had a little puppy rolled up in his sweater. Yeah, he was put on the street. He walked all night, and the puppy was very tired. And he shared his story. You know, he was going into therapy. He actually really wanted to get out of the life he was in. So we had a really good chat with him. So all of a sudden, it was like a very interesting morning already. And we walked along. I wanted to grab a coffee. We got to the coffee place, and again, things happen. All of a sudden, there's like people chatting to us, donating. And while I was chatting to all these people, in the back of my mind, I was thinking about the little puppy ending up on the street because it was homeless. It's like, oh, it's probably a better idea if we take the puppy and then we can take care of it while we are looking for a different family.
Yeah, he's waking up.
Yeah, he's getting his energy.
His name is not John Tim.
No.
His name is Oreo.
Audio.
Hey.
Oreo? Oreo.
Audio, like the cookie.
Oreo.
Hey, audio.
Wat mensen om hem heen. Ja?
We don't know what has happened, of course, to him. Like,
Oh, lekker eten.
We have the puppy now, his name is Audio, and he's with us, and I think he's gonna stay with us.
I think I finally reached the point where every step I take is hers. But you know, I also know how this works. It's all mindset. I'm just gonna find the cadence. I'm just gonna keep going.
We were in towns a lot, so a lot more roads to walk on, a lot more sidewalks to walk on. But then again, the sidewalks had these, these horrible spiky things, and one of them got so deep in my foot, I'm pretty sure it hit something, like it started bleeding really badly. So we just had different challenges that day. But Middle was actually the only one who managed to do the 20 Ks that we set for the day. The winner, by distance and time, is Middle. The loser, by distance and time, it's good. There you go. So the following days I continued my walk next to the famous Route 66. Some hazardous moments where I had to cross a bridge with traffic coming from both sides and no space again for me to walk.
What's that?
I don't know, it's like a staple, something. Fun things though were like the typical Route 66 diners. But the fun of the diners ended pretty quickly when I decided to walk into the desert. So tire 2 in 2 weeks. It's a good average.
What is going on?
I don't know where Anton is. He's probably along the highway somewhere. We're gonna find him with the drone.
Spy mode on. Let's go.
All of a sudden the magnitude of the project started to sink in. The mental struggles I've had in, getting everything organized, all the stress involved of actually getting to this point, and then the physical stress that came with it. Yeah, I could feel something shifting inside of me. I could feel the emotions coming up. And as I saw the team in a distance, so I set this imaginary finish line for myself, like I want to walk until this point today, and I saw them standing there. As I saw them standing there, I already had to hold back my tears, and as I got close to the finish line, I couldn't hold them anymore, and I just broke mentally, physically, I broke. Part of the adventure. think it was just everything coming together, like I said, from the past few months, and in that moment, in a very physical moment of being out in the desert and my feet hurting so much, that I finally had a little bit of a breakdown that I actually really needed. The following day, we already had received a storm warning for severe wind. I had to hold myself, for not being blown over constantly. My trolley was being blown over constantly. I was being blown over. The wind got just horrendous. And being in the desert with wind means a lot of dust in your face. But when the wind started to calm down a little bit after 2 days of, beating the wind, I got into this section. And for the first time, I was completely by myself.
Look at all this beauty. As far as the eye can see, it's indescribable how it feels to be here, completely by yourself, in this vast land of nothingness, and in the stillness. It's crazy.
And I was in this little bit of a valley. And I did a full day, and after a 6-hour walk, about 14 Ks, so I would say 13 Ks in, I got to the end of the road. And on Google Maps, it said that's almost where my camp should be for the night. The team was setting up camp. They already told me, it's beautiful here. And on Google Maps, it was just a straight road going there. And as I got there, it was just a mountain and no road. Not sure if you can see how steep it is, but it's pretty freaking steep. So not sure how yet, but there's always a how. Like I had to use my entire body to pull myself up, to pull this trolley up, and I barely got up. It was just taking so much effort and time, and I was already at the end of the day. I know, okay, I'm in trouble because the sun is gonna set, and when the sun sets, it gets pitch black straight away. On top of this mountain, that's where camp will be, and I'll be good. Just get up this freaking mountain. And then Koen came up, and I saw him at the top, and he started to come down with the camera, and he broke the news to me that once I reached the top, there's still a long ass way going down. I can sit around and mope about it, but it's not going to get me there. There's only one way of getting there before it really gets into trouble, and it's just pushing through.
This has been the most difficult 16.16K of my life.
How many hours?
9 hours and 37 minutes. Damn.
So after this whole ordeal, I found my way back to civilized life. I found a road again leading to the city of Barstow, and it was the sheriff that pulled over, and he just came to check in on me.
All right, I'm here with Jacob, who just checked in on me, making sure all's all right.
Because people actually thought I was, pushing a baby stroller on the side of the road, and he invited us to come over to the Barstow Sheriff's Department, and we got a tour. They did a lot of explaining of what they do, how it works. It was absolutely amazing to also feel the support of the sheriff department, of the police in the area. Also knowing I was going towards Baker on the highway for the first time on the freeway, and knowing they had my back and I was fully allowed to do it. And so I did. All right, here we go. Pedestrians prohibited, I know. I'm gonna take a risk and get on the big I-15, which is the big national highway. A lot of really fast cars speeding. I'm playing chicken with this truck. I think I'm gonna win. You know, a little thought of the day. I set this goal for the day of doing another 20 Ks. I started walking on this road, which is absolute garbage. It hurts. It's definitely not what I've walked on the other part of the day. It's about taking those last steps, about finishing that last bite. You know, if you just keep saying, you know what, this is good enough for now, you're never gonna get where you want to go. It's about taking those last steps. It's about doing, you know, the uncomfortable bit, that last stretch every single day, and that's gonna set you up for tomorrow. That's gonna set you up for the rest of the week. That's gonna set you up for life. So there we are, walking in the rain on the shitty road. Still have 1.3 Ks to go to finish my 20 K goal of the day. After a few days, we hit the city of Baker, of which we all thought was actually a city, but Baker, there's not a lot to it. And that's also where we had to say goodbye to our 2 content creators for this first month. Die is jou. Thanks man. Ja toch? Ik ook. Mooi maandje.
Ja, zeker.
Bedankt voor al het werk. Super tof. Bedankt. Bedankt voor avontuur.
Ja, nee, jij bedankt.
Ja.
Het was een avontuur, ja.
Ja toch?
Ja, zeker.
Ja. Ta. Later. Yes. Koen and Tim, they've done the first stint, you know, the hard job of setting this project up, and now they're returning back to the Netherlands. And yeah, this way I want to thank them for the great work they've done. The content that you've seen is all by them, and super grateful to have had them on my side as a team. And also looking forward to the next 2 guys coming in, Rico and Tommy. New adventures await, and let's see what type of material that's going to bring. Here's a few snippets of what's coming next week.
Yeah, it's going to be our home for the next month and a half. Later! Hey, man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah,
Crazy.
barefooted.
You're crazy.
Yeah, thanks
Nice to
man.
meet you. Be
What's your
safe,
name?
okay, Luke.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our website, Brave Men Talk. The link is in our bio. Together we can make a change, so please donate if you can.